So you've had your thyroid tested, your results say everything is normal, but you still feel sluggish and tired and heavy. If this sounds like you, stay tuned. Hey guys, so my name's Lindsay. I am a nurse, I'm a mum, I am a runner, I love running, I do quite a lot of exercise these days. I didn't used to, I do now. And I had my thyroid removed 6, maybe just on 6 years ago, 5 or 6 years ago. So I've seen this a lot, right? I've had multiple blood tests myself since having my thyroid removed. I've been on thyroxine ever since, and I've had the ups and downs that all of that comes with as well, right? And there are times still when I feel like my thyroid's out. Once you know that feeling, you just know it. Not my actual thyroid, obviously, but my levels are out. So having gone through this, obviously I've talked to people over the years who have gone through similar or are going through similar or at the start of their thyroid journey. And so I see a lot of people, and including myself, where your dosing of meds is just right according to your blood tests, right? Or you are having symptoms, like you've still got a thyroid, you're symptomatic, but your blood tests tell you that everything is normal. So the doctor tells you everything's fine, you're just getting older, right? Or you just accept that it must be part of getting older and this is just life now. So you just muddle on through, tired, foggy, heavy every single day, and you just decide that's normal life. If this is speaking to you, please comment and let me know, all right? Honestly, this hits so many people. So I've been looking into how the thyroid hormones are used in the body, what thyroid hormones are usually routinely tested for, and what this might look like. So if you've had a blood test for your thyroid, you'll very likely see two things on there. One, TSH, that's your thyroid stimulating hormone, and number 2, T4. So you'll see that those two things have been checked, but more often than not, sometimes yes, but more often than not, the T3 is not on there. So you'll see two values, TSH, T4 with some numbers, and you often don't see a T3. So if you've had your thyroid checked recently, just go have a look and let me know if your T3 is on there, okay? If it is, you want to stay with your GP because you've got a good one. Or a specialist, but whoever ordered that test for you. So why is this and what does it mean? So I'm just going to really simply break those 3 different things down for you so you know what each of them are checking, so you actually know what you're looking at when you're looking at your blood test results, okay? So the first one, TSH, that's your thyroid stimulating hormone. That tells your body to make T4, okay, the other one. All right, so if your TSH is high, then it means you're not making enough hormones, so you're basically your body's working harder to do that. Okay, so the TSH is working harder, that's why it's reading high. If your TSH is low, it means you're making too much hormone, so your TSH has dropped right down to try and back off and stop it making so much, okay? And then your T4, so that's if you have a thyroid, it's made by the thyroid gland, okay? Or if you're on medication, it's included in your medication, all right? So this shows you how much of that hormone is in your body, okay? So how much of this hormone your body is producing or you're getting from your meds, all right? But it doesn't tell you if your body's using it efficiently, okay? So TSH, that makes your body make T4. T4 is how much of that hormone your body is producing. And then but that's not telling you if your body's using the hormones efficiently, okay, to give your body what it needs. So your thyroid or your medication produces this T4 hormone, but it's inactive on its own, okay? It actually has to be converted into T3. This is where T3 comes in to be used. So T3 is the active hormone that your cells use for your energy, for your metabolism, and for a lot of other bodily functions, all right? So it's super, super important. I can't stress that enough. Now, as with anything, there's a number of things that impact negatively on that conversion of the T4 to the T3, all right, to be used. It mainly happens in the liver, in the gut, and in the kidneys, and other tissues as well, all right? So these organs rely heavily on good circulation, on good detox pathways, and low inflammation to be able to function at their best, okay? So this is where the lymphatic system's role comes in. and this is what I'm going to be focusing on quite a bit right now. All right, so your lymphatic system is such an important system. Without it, we wouldn't be here. All right, it's your body's waste system, your body's immune system, and your body's drainage system. So it takes away the toxins from your body. All right, it removes any cell waste, okay, the waste in your cells. It transports immune cells, around your body as well, and it drains any excess fluid and supports your detox pathways. So if you're retaining excess fluid, then your lymphatic system's not working very well, okay? It doesn't have a pump like your circulatory system does, so it relies on movement, on breathing, on hydration, on muscle contraction to work, all right? So if it's not getting those things, so movement, running, rebounding, lots of you guys will have seen if you follow me on my social media that I started rebounding just about a year ago now, and that does wonders for draining your lymphatic system naturally, okay? But yeah, running, moving, walking even, you need to be moving for your lymphatic system to work efficiently. So if your lymphatic system is not getting these things, is not getting the movement, is not getting enough hydration, and is not working very well, then the lymphatic flow, obviously, what that means is that it's really poor, and that can affect so many things, all right? One of those being the conversion of T4 into T3 for our bodies to be able to use efficiently, all right? So, few other things as well. So 3 really obvious symptoms of your body having poor lymphatic flow. So have a think about yourself when I tell you what these are, and just, yeah, let me know if you think it could be one of these things. So number 1, increased inflammation. So if you have a poor lymphatic flow and you're not flushing out those toxins very well, then it reduces the enzymes that convert T4 to T3, okay? So that's how it impacts on the thyroid side of things as well. Your detox organs might be overloaded as well. Your liver plays a huge role in the conversion of T4 to T3. If it's overloaded with toxins, or if your body is overloaded with toxins, then your hormone efficiency can drop. All right, so your hormones that you do have are not going to work as efficiently if you are, if your detox organs are overloaded. All right. And number 3, immune activation. So if you have poor lymphatic drainage, you're more likely to pick up all the coughs, colds and infections going around. Basically, if it's not draining optimally, you're going to have poor immune regularity. So it's going to be all dysregulated, which is really significant when it comes to autoimmune conditions. And there's a bunch of autoimmune conditions relating to the thyroid, including Hashimoto's and Graves' disease. Graves' disease is what I was diagnosed with, and I had no idea about the lymphatic system at the time, or right at the start. Like, I wish I knew this when I was first diagnosed, because I would have changed so many things. Well, not even that many things, but just been more intentional about certain things, and could have potentially, I don't know, reverse the effects, or maybe not, but I could have tried, or I could have reduced the effects at least, right? So someone's blood test results might not look abnormal, they might look perfectly normal, but they can still suffer with fatigue, with brain fog, with fluid retention, with weight gain, with feeling cold, and with a super slow metabolism. So often you hear people with thyroid issues having a slow metabolism. That's more the hypothyroid, so the low thyroid, okay? So hypo is low, hyper is high. You often hear people go, oh my gosh, I'm so hypo, and they're like buzzing. I'm like, no, you're hyper. Hypo is the opposite. So hypothyroid is an underactive thyroid, hyperthyroid is an overactive thyroid, okay? Graves' disease that I had is overactive, but it's caused by an autoimmune condition, all right? Quite different, but lymphatic system has an impact on both of those, all right? So what can we do? This is the useful part we're getting to now, okay? So exercise, like I already said, running, walking, rebounding, muscle contraction, every contraction and release, contract, release, contract, release. Like when you're jumping on a rebounder or you're running, increases the lymphatic flow, all right? And what I found when I first started, because I hadn't done anything like that in a long time, is sometimes you see some bruising, and that's your body draining your lymphatic system. So for me, that was like evidence that it's working. Not bruises that hurt, but it was my body getting rid of toxins, which was really good to see, actually. Good hydration obviously is another thing that we can do to improve our lymphatic flow. You want to be aiming for at the very least 2 litres, but aim for 3 litres if you can, right? This helps everything flow through, obviously. And then you can even get like lymphatic drainage massages and things as well. So if it's really bad, maybe that's worth a go for you too. And then you can detox. Right, so detox is massive because it's going to help to flush out those toxins, okay? And we're going to focus on this for a minute now. So the lymphatic system moves waste, okay, but it doesn't eliminate it. So the lymphatic system moves waste around, but it doesn't excrete it and get it out of your body, all right? That job belongs to the detox organs, like the liver, like the kidneys. So when those detox pathways are well supported, the liver processes toxins more efficiently. The kidneys filter the waste better, and the gut also eliminates the waste better. Alrighty, so this prevents that backup of waste in the lymphatic system that our body holds on to, which means the body can effectively convert the T4 to T3. Okay, so good lymphatic drainage, good detoxing of our system, good conversion of T4 to T3, we feel good in a nutshell, right? There's also some supplements that can help. So we've talked about the physical things you can be doing, the hydration, the running, all of that sort of thing. There's also some supplements that I recommend you take. One is magnesium. I had no idea how crucial this could be to helping you manage your thyroid, right? So magnesium supports obviously your muscle relaxation and contraction. Most of us know that it helps us to stay calm, to go to sleep, but it also helps with like cramping and that sort of thing, all right? A lot of people who do a lot of exercise take magnesium for that reason, myself included. I didn't know that it had such an important impact on the thyroid kind of management and lymphatic drainage, okay? So by helping the muscles to work optimally, to relax well, to contract well, it's helping the muscles move that lymph build up, right? Simple, eh? There's different types of magnesium you can get to, and it's really important to research that and get one that's actually good because otherwise often they're not doing anything. If you're taking a magnesium supplement and you find that it makes you very regular, chances are it's going straight through you and you want to try a different one, right? I do have a really good one I can offer you. It doesn't cost the world, so just reach out if you do want to know, and I'll explain why I would recommend that over other ones, okay? Another supplement is called Vinali. This is another one that I take. With any of these, you can contact me if you want to give any of them a go. These are just general ones, and then at the end I'm going to talk about one specific one that is really, really good. So Vinali is one that's designed to support circulation in your body, cellular protection, so look after our cells, and inflammation. All right, it's got olive and grape extracts. These are all plant-based too, which I really like. Nice and natural. There's so many things that we can do naturally to help our bodies, and I think we don't do them enough. We just rely on these heavy medications that actually aren't supporting our body, right? So Vinali, it helps to move the fluid through the tissues, okay, which is fantastic for lymphatic drainage. That's exactly what we want to happen. It supports the transport of nutrients as well to where we want it to go into our cells, and also the transport of waste. Okay, so reduces fluid stagnation, basically, just keeps everything flowing well, which is crucial for the lymphatic system. Another one is noni. Our noni juice is this little purple juice I take it as like a little shot. So noni is our Tahitian noni juice, okay? Go and Google Tahitian noni and you will see all the incredible benefits of this. So this one is specifically good at reducing inflammation, overall health and immune health too, and it also improves the environment in our bodies for the lymph fluid to circulate, okay? So it's supporting those other ones as well. Again, super affordable, beautiful tasting. I make my kids have it too and they don't argue about it, so that's pretty cool. Now the biggie, the big one that I'm going to talk about. If nothing else, you want to get your hands on some Restorix, okay? This is it here. It's a powder. You take a scoop and you mix it in with water or smoothie or whatever. I had some this morning. I actually really like this in my water with a shot of my noni as well, my noni juice. It's like a grey powder, right? Anyway, so that is absolute incredible stuff. I feel that working straight away. So if I get up in the morning and I have my medication on, because on a bunch of things. I'm also a type 1 diabetic, so I'm on an insulin pump. Although all the autoimmune things, so if only I'd like realised these things sooner, right? Honestly, I kick myself, but we can't change the past. We can only change the future, right? And how we do things going forwards. So I take that with the noni, and it tastes really, really good. And if I do it in the morning, I feel it working. I feel more energized. If there's a day and I don't have this, and I don't have my magnesium, because my magnesium you can take 4 a day, so I actually have 2 in the morning and I have 2 in the evening, and that works really, really well for me. You can guarantee I'll know about it if I've forgotten one day. So this stuff, Restorix, it helps with elimination big time. It supports circulation. So it's helping everything move around that little bit easier again, and it allows the overall, in a nutshell, allows the lymphatic system to remove and move that waste more efficiently, so that then those detox kidneys and the liver can remove those toxins from the body. All right, so if you're supporting the circulation, you're supporting the fluid balance, you're supporting the lymphatic system to move things around, and you're supporting those detox organs to move things out. That's what we want, okay? Freaking incredible. So as I said earlier, detox is a team effort, right? You need the lymphatic system to collect the waste, and then you need those detox organs to remove the waste, okay? So the liver and the kidneys and the gut are responsible for the elimination, okay? So Restorix improves the liver function as well, and the cellular detox. So it improves our cells ridding the things, the waste that they don't need, okay? It helps our body process and remove toxins a lot more efficiently, reducing the load on the lymphatic system again, okay? So it's removing things and reducing the load, so that going forwards, it's going to be easier for us to keep removing those toxins, heavy metals, so many things. You can actually mix that into your shampoo and use it in your hair and get rid of toxins in your shampoo and in your hair. How crazy. It's amazing. I haven't tried that yet, but I'm going to. I might even do a video about it, right? So it removes the load on the lymphatic system, allowing optimal conversion of that T4 into T3 to be used by our body effectively to help us feel better. All right, that conversion of the T4 to T3 is so essential for us to feel good, but it's not on the blood test. You need to get your T3 tested, okay? You ask your doctor, it's easy for them to chuck on the blood test. It doesn't cost a hell of a lot more. It's, get it tested with your other ones. Seriously, when you ask them, they can't say no. Get it tested as well, because then you'll know if that T4 is being converted to T3, and if you're in the right levels of the T3, then that's good. If you're feeling rubbish and you're feeling those thyroid symptoms, chances are the T4 is not converting well, and you need to do some work on your lymphatic system and your lymphatic drainage. All right, this is huge, 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 huge. So your Restorix, it reduces inflammation as well. So it actually contains anti-inflammatory compounds that help to reduce the inflammation. And that again allows the lymph build up to move more freely. All right. So in a nutshell, it makes it a lot easier for your body to remove the toxins. So Restorix is where it's at, okay? So in summary, get your T3 checked. Cannot stress it enough, so that you know if your body is converting that T4 and using the hormone well, okay? Move more, stay hydrated, consider some targeted support in the way of supplementation like we've just talked about. I'm going to make it easier for anyone actually who would like to try the Restorix or the other supplements that I tried. You might already have a magnesium that you love, or another product. But if anyone would like to try the ones that I talked about today, I'm going to make it 30% off for the next week, which means I'm not making anything from that, which is okay, because right now I just want to get word out there, right, I'm so passionate about this now. Having had my own thyroid removed, I know how important it is. So I'm happy to help anyone. All I'll ask is that you give me a little bit of feedback and you go and get your T3 checked. All right, so get in touch, pop me a message, let me know your thyroid story. Really interested to hear, because there's so many people who've struggled with it. I just did a little post earlier on today on my Facebook and asked who's had struggles, and a lot of people have come forward and let me know. Some of them have not commented on the post because they're not, you know, public people like that, but they've sent me messages as well. So it's been having some good chats today. It's been really, really interesting. So I'm not stopping here. I do want to delve deeper into this, and I want to find out why T3 is not routinely looked at, and potentially change that. I'm also aware that you can get a T3 medication, just T3. So I'm also wondering why that's not prescribed routinely instead of the one that has the T4 and that's prescribed at the moment, because I'm sure there's reasons, but wouldn't it make more sense to just give us the thing that is already ready for our body to use, rather than one that needs to be converted, especially for those that don't have a thyroid? Wouldn't it be better to give that direct T3 that can be used? And wouldn't it be easier to find the right dose? Whereas if you're given the medication with T4 in, which thyroxine is at the moment, levothyroxine, L-troxin, all of those different ones, our body's still got to convert it, and our lymphatic system's all over the place potentially, and going up, down, up, down, up, down. So the dose we're going to need to take is going to alter. If they just give us the T3, we wouldn't need to change it, right? I could be wrong there. Do not feel free to tell me if I'm wrong there, and if you have some more information about that, I would love to hear about it. I'm an open book, but I'm just looking into this and doing some research, and I'm questioning a few things. I really am, but I do think it's important to get that T3 checked. I am aware that that can be normal, whilst like the other two, so the TSH and T4 can be out of whack whilst your T3 says normal, and I'm aware that that is often a precursor or an early sign that your thyroid is not working as efficiently as it should, or your lymphatic system isn't. But I think it needs to be looked at as a whole picture. All three of those things need to be looked at. Because if your T3 is okay but the other two aren't, then maybe you can do some lymphatic work and then retest a little bit later, and maybe those two will have improved. Who knows, right? Maybe they won't. Maybe they're going to go all over the place anyway, and you are going to need some extra help too. But there's no harm at all in supporting our lymphatic system to work at its best, right? Not only for thyroid conditions, but for every single function in our body. We want to be eliminating waste the best we can, right? So it's not going to hurt us to try doing that. Anyway, really interesting. Lots of information. I've just been up in an absolute sponge today. It's my one rest day off, no exercise for this week, so I'm not very good at resting. So I've been soaking up all the information instead of exercising my brain. Anyway, I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you for so much if you've tuned in and stayed until now. I know I ramble a lot, so appreciate it. Have a good one, guys, and hopefully I'll talk to you soon.